Well, Héritage Montréal, with our volunteer, we're identifying these sites as the 10 sites that we feel as are representative of the heritage of the city and also threaten and representative of the kind of threat and problem we have with the Montreal's heritage. And when we were discussing these houses that are very dear to our people, people spontaneously mentioned Bonheur d'Occasion, the Tin Flute, the Gabrielle Roy novel, which takes place in many of those homes in Saint-Henri and the southwest. And it's a very significant area. People think of the southwest as the place below the hill. These houses were sort of very modest, and the way people lived, they were mostly as tenants, except for the artisan. And you have to see, this is the industrial society in Montreal, in which you have a hierarchy of laborer and then skilled technicians. So we're talking of some of these houses were for the skilled technicians in the factory, some were for the daily laborers, numerous families. You have to imagine a neighborhood of children, a neighborhood of churches, places of worship, and a neighborhood of hardship. This is not, we're not talking a leisurely environment here. So they're very compact. They were built in wood, local materials, small family business as builders. What kind of period? 1860s, 70s, 80s. This is the time when many of the factories along the Lachine Canal were built. And that's also the preparation for the novel's fabric. The canvas of the novel is basically just before World War I, so we're talking of that period. There's been a number of cases of demolition just here around them. Some of them have been torn down following fire in part, and damage to the house led to demolition. And what we see increasing is the number of individual requests to pull them down. And we know the Southwest is a sensitive borough, and they have policies and skilled people, but at the same time we've been sort of disappointed by the way that this kind of issue is addressed only permit by permit. There should be an upfront strategy, a more proactive view of things, and these houses and the Horse Palace and the Forge Cadieux are part of that modest heritage of the city that actually tells a lot about the great endeavor of Montreal. We shouldn't have only the brass singing the song. And this is a part of the city which is so significant, and it's part of the history of the metropolis which is so untold about. Héritage Montreal has got two main areas of concern. If we take the geography of the city, one is all that's going on the mountain and around the mountain, and the other one is this great axis, east-west axis from old Montreal, basically from along the river, and that includes the Lachine Canal and of course these neighborhoods here. So these are places where we have a general, and standing interest and concern. But we have limited means, so we try to raise the flag and do things one step at a time. And the Lachine Canal is a major site. It's outstanding, and we've seen over time how we've lost a lot of its industrial heritage to be replaced by, frankly, not so great residential stuff. And it's a matter of challenging ourselves to be up to the significance of these sites. And our message at the Héritage Montreal is that what we do today should be a source of pride and benefit in the future. So there should be a 25-year plus vision at least. We should work on the century, but let's be fair, 25 years. And much of what we're doing in Montreal now is so short term. We're looking for a great improvement of the city. There's plenty of opportunity, plenty of talent. Look here around you, I've got small designers, small architects, small artisans in our modern time are actually bringing back the formula that made these houses what they are. Very successful artisans' house that were nowadays that just require a little TLC.